I know there is a lot of controversy about what's the best flavor Pop Tart, and I'm telling you right now, there is nothing like the OG frosted strawberry Pop Tart with those little sprinkles. Hey friends, it's Brandy and welcome to my channel. I am so excited for today because I'm gonna show you how to make a giant strawberry frosted Pop Tart. 9 years ago, I was the first person to make a ginormous triple berry, really cool Pop Tart for my show on Pop Sugar. So this one is really cool and it's different than any other one I've done before because there's some really cool hacks in this recipe. One is we are using puff pastry. It's kind of like a pie crust, but it's flakier. So it's gonna make this Pop Tart taste even better because there's just layers and layers of dough and butter. But I think the lazy cook in me is I like it because if you buy a store-bought pie crust, they are shaped like a round circle. And how are you gonna make a Pop Tart with a round circle? You're not. So this comes in these beautiful sheets. Look at that, even there's already flour on it too. You don't have to add extra flour if you don't want to. So I'm gonna take my sheet, put it down, add a little flour on top. Feed the chickens. Have you heard this? It's like feed the chickens, feed the chickens, feed the chickens. Grab your rolling pin, and I'm just going to make this more like a rectangle shape, like a Pop Tart. Pop Tart City! So, how easy was that? You'll notice I put parchment paper underneath because it's so hard to maneuver this thing once you've already filled it. All right, the filling. The other day, I went to my garden and I just carefully pulled all these beautiful ripe strawberries that had been soaking in the California sun, and I made you a homemade jam. Do you believe me? No, I didn't. This is just my favorite store-bought strawberry jam, but you could totally make a homemade jam if you want. So I have my strawberry jam. I'm going to add just a little bit of cornstarch. This is gonna help thicken it. And then to really wake up the strawberry flavor, we're gonna add a little lemon zest. Zest is one of my favorite things to add to recipes. Lemon zest, orange zest. I really feel like it's like electricity through your food. It just wakes everything up. There we go. Save you for later. And then I'm going to give it a little mix. If you skip this step and you follow my recipe and you write me and say, oh my God, the strawberry filling went everywhere, I'm gonna say, did you add cornstarch? Because cornstarch is gonna help it thicken. Now, before I pour this, I wanna do one more thing really quick. So I'm gonna take my fork and I'm going to just prick the puff pastry. This is creating tiny little vents in my dough so that as it bakes and puffs up, it doesn't become like a big strawberry popover, it stays put. Now, let's put all this delicious strawberry jam. Ooh, yeah. And just bring it to the sides, and you do wanna leave like ½ an inch. Next, we're going to add the top of our Pop Tart. But you know what I wanna do? I wanna roll this out just for a second. So I'm gonna roll it right here. You're really just flattening it out and also just getting rid of these seams from the puff pastry. Here's a little tip. Use your rolling pin to help you lift the dough. Now I'm going to carefully put it on top. There we go. Did we do it? Oh my gosh. I'm a rock star. You know what's coming next? We're gonna fork it. We're really just marrying the top layer and the bottom layer to each other. I'm going to now transfer this to the baking sheet. Now, remember those air vents that we added to the bottom? We need to do it to the top. Before we put this in the oven, which has been preheating at 400 degrees, I'm gonna take a little simple egg wash. This is the egg white with a little bit of water. I'm using my pastry brush, and I'm just going to brush my Pop Tart like this. Now I'm going to put in the oven, and what I'm gonna do is bake it for 10 minutes, check on it to make sure it's not getting too brown, and then bake it for another 10 minutes. If your Pop Tart starts to get a little brown, cover it with parchment paper to make sure it doesn't burn. So while our Pop Tart is baking, I'm gonna show you how to make a simple homemade glaze. So I had some extra strawberries in my freezer. So I'm literally just gonna kind of smash this up. Next, I'm adding powdered sugar. I'm gonna start with like a 1/4 cup. And because we put that lemon zest in the Pop Tart, we have to include a little lemon juice. Slice our lemon and just squeeze a little bit, like half. Give it a swirl. The key is you don't want it to be thin like a glaze. You really do want it to be on the thicker side. You can always add more, but you can't take away. 2 more things. Homemade vanilla extract. I have a video on how I made this on my Instagram. I will link it below. And then I said 2 things, because you gotta add salt. It can't just be super sweet. Salt is gonna help balance it. Just adding a couple pinches. And this, my friends, is homemade strawberry frosting. Look how good this looks. Oh my gosh, our ginormous Pop Tart. I'm so proud, but she's naked. I'm gonna start in the middle and I can always like work my way back. Ooh, hello, hello. Okay, let's bring her up. Let's bring her down. We're gonna go over these little valleys. She curvy, okay? This would not be a Brandy and Malloy recipe without sprinkles, these ones. Yeah, this is gonna be so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna start over here. Oh, I love it. She's edgy. This was a really good choice, you guys. Let's see if I can lift it up. Have you ever seen a more beautiful treat? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing her. Oh my gosh, she looks so good. You know, what I love about this treat is that it's such a showstopper. Like, look at that. Flaky puff pastry goodness. You see the strawberry jam. The puff pastry is so tender and flaky, but it also has like that doughy pie crust quality. The strawberry vanilla frosting and the crunch from the sprinkles. This was so much fun to make. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanna know what flavor Pop Tart you're gonna make in the comment box below. And also, if you make this, you have to post it on Instagram. Tag me at Brandy Malloy, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be making tons more videos. I've missed my YouTube fam. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Cheers.